As you're reading from Acts chapter 12, I want you to take note of who's mentioned in here. We have quite a few names here. We have Herod the king in verse number 1. We have James, the brother of John. We have Peter. We have a young girl named, I think she was a young girl. Let me find my place here. Rhoda, a servant girl named Rhoda came to answer. And we also have a man by the name of John who was also called Mark. So we're going to read more about Mark here later on in the book of Acts. He's mentioned here in Acts chapter 12 in verse number 12. Then in verse number 25 it says, "And Barnabas and Saul returned from Jerusalem when they had fulfilled their mission, taking along with them John, who was also called Mark." So we will read quite a bit about Mark as we go through the book of Acts. In Acts chapter 15, we're going to see how a dispute would arise between Paul and Barnabas because Mark deserted them on their trip. And yet we're also going to see, as you read just the rest of the scriptures, how Mark would still be a valuable individual for the cause of Christ. This John Mark is the one who wrote the Gospel of Mark. That's my understanding with that. And in 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse number 11, Paul would say, "Only Luke is with me. Pick up Mark and bring him with you, for he is useful to me for service." So we know that John Mark would play a very pivotal role, vital role in the first century with the spreading of the gospel and the assistance to men like Paul and Barnabas. And so keep that in mind as you think about Acts chapter 12 as we are introduced to John Mark. Take care and God bless.